Next up, we'll do some pliers. There's some different types of pliers that you can grab and use. First off, I would probably say the one you probably would use, probably some of the most, would be needle nose pliers. They've got the rough edges on the end, so you can grab things. Nice and long needle nose, that's why they call that, so you can go from a long distance. It's also got the cutting edge here, so you can cut small wires, strip small wires. Some of them have pieces here that they're rough, that you can put pieces in to clamp, like such as connections or whatnot. Diagonal cutters. These are good for cutting, again, wires, maybe a little heavy duty wires. Plastic ties, reaching down into somewhere to cut something. This probably goes by a couple names, but I think people have probably heard, like lineman pliers or electrician's pliers. What these are good for is they've got the nice big flat edges there. You can grab pieces of metal or plastic and you can bend it or hold it if you're trying to heat something up. Works really good at that. Again, these have some cutting edges. That's good for heavier metals. They're like coat hangers and wires and stuff like that. You can, if you're really delicate with it, you can strip some wires. Again, a nice large flat piece back here so you can crimp down or hold it on there. If you're doing a lot of sheet metal cutting, then you'd like to get a set of these. Some metal shears. These ones are what you call a center cut. When you cut the metal, you go through the middle and the metal will actually curl up. There are sets that you can get that are a left, a center, or a right. So as you're cutting, it'll curl the metal out of other directions and out of your way. You can get these fairly cheap. You can get a set of them for about 25 bucks, 30 bucks if you're going to do a lot of sheet metal cutting on that. Definitely going to need some type of way of measuring. You're going to be looking at either a tape measure or even just a cheap little measuring device like this. The reason I like this, it's a little protractor. I can get my angles, quick and easy way to read the sides. Doing for longer pieces, there's nothing wrong with the tape measure. If you want things done right and fit right, you're going to have to measure it somehow. Then next up will be files. This is your typical metal file. Some of them will have two different types of edges. One may be rougher than the other, and also that some will have cutting edges on the sides, so that you can get into smaller places, and you can file inside that. A little tip here: a file only works in one direction. That's away from you. Doing this back and forth motion like that really does nothing except just spend more energy. So you want to push, pick up, push, pick up, push, pick up. That's the right way of using that. So you're doing designs in your panels. Here what I call small files or jeweler's files. These are probably a decent size. They do even come smaller sizes. But the good thing about these is they come in different shapes. Like this one is a triangular shape. This one's got a flat edge and a rounded edge. This is flat on both sides. This one is square, and this one is round. So when you're doing those side panels and you're doing design, you've got all these to get in there and get them raw, nice and smooth, and get that nice little detail at the end. After that, one of the things I really like, and I think everybody should have, is this painter's tape, this blue painter's tape. It's so versatile. You can use it to mark stuff with. You can take it, write it on there, tag it. You can use it to hold something in place. You can use it for stencils when you're painting. You could take it, put it down, cut it out, use it to spray paint, pull it up, and now you've just used it as a stencil. Razor blades. Good idea again. You can get stuff like this, again, like in the bargain bins, or you can get different sizes. They come in like a package of different sizes. Easy to get. You can get replacement blades for these. Very nice and easy to use. If you're looking to get better detail or more fine stuff, definitely an X-Acto, because you get that really nice fine tip. Be careful with these. Very, 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 very sharp. But again, you can use these to cut out for stencils or little details that you want to do. And of course a pencil. You gotta have a pencil so you can mark your products and stuff. Something that probably a lot of people don't think about is a box. Yeah, excuse the box, it's a little dirty. I have it outside. But this box you can put your product, your parts in. So when you take it apart, you can throw your parts in there. That way it's all in one spot. You go, yeah, well, I'm going to be working on this mod, blah, 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 whatever. You know what? There may be times where you're not be able to get back to it a day or so, or maybe even a week later. So having it in one place and you can't lose it. To take that even one step farther is take a plastic bag. Take a little plastic baggie, write on the outside of it where it goes, and then throw it in the box. There's no way you can mess it up if you know exactly where it goes. And everything can go in there, and you can have multiples of those. Those are some of the tools that you can start off with. Very basic tools. You can do quite a bit with these, if you believe it or not. As we go along, we'll go through and we'll show you some different tools like the Dremels and the drills and stuff like that. But for right now, that was just a basic overlook of some basic tools.